Big up, guys. Big up, guys. Welcome to the stream. Apologies, major apologies once again. Having issues with the Wi-Fi and other shit happening. Boiling hot day, of course. So much going on. I know it all seems like excuses, but I had so much going on still. But I've obviously had to do this stream. I really wanted to do it, obviously, a lot earlier, 12 as usual, or 1 odd, of course, there's no one, and then other shit happened. Still getting shit with the Wi-Fi. It's just basically doing my fucking head in. As well as all these fucking Muppets chatting shit about Brentford. Which doesn't help, you know. Then keep running their gums about our speeds. And that's why I'm going to start with slightly the negative stuff. And of course, I wanted to come on here and talk about great news. We got a great signing. We made another new signing. And of course, I will be, but I'm going to save that till last. I sometimes say good things happen when you least expect it. And that's why I'm going to be, well, you know, sometimes good things happen eventually, you could say as well. So that's why I'm going to leave that till last. But I want to go through the negative stuff, to be honest. And that's why I've got this up here as well. Not just a player that we've missed out on, which of course I will go into also after this, who I thought we were really going to get and seems to be in the running and leading the chase, the pack, to be getting. And suddenly a big fat bastard wanker called Marikanakis comes in and swoops in and takes him away from us for Nottingham Forest. When it seemed like we had him in the bag, we had it in the bag, and suddenly then Forest bastards come in. We're playing Sunday, and I really hope we beat them now, but probably won't. But I really hope we do. I'd love it, but you know, at the end of the day. But anyway, I will just quickly go through these comments as well before I go into this. Big up Mr. B, Red Devil, big up Rich. Sorry, mate, I'm not obviously I didn't come on when you came in here in the live chat. You were probably here earlier. Apologies for that. But obviously, what's that, 12:53? Yeah. And I wasn't here, was I? I should have been, but no. Be up to you, bro. Anyway, still, it's all going on, I see, for Belieber. I wonder when that's going to come to the end of the road, where it's actually going to finish, and you actually make a bid, or you sign him, or you don't. What it's going to come to eventually, because you seem to be doing that nearly every single day, that stream, about trying to get, you'll want to get Belieber, and you're a believer that you're going to get him, but then again, you might be a non-believer if you don't. So, we'll wait and see. It's going to be a lot of money, though. A lot less than we paid for our newer player, although it's a club record. But anyway, I'm going into all that a bit later on. But hope you do eventually get Belieber. Who knows? It may happen eventually. Anyway, and be up to Warren. To you, my friend. I don't know if you're still in here. I did in the live chat. I don't know, mate. But apologies again for the lateness. It's 3 o'clock now, I think. So, yeah. Hi, Steve. Hi, Steve has been caught in a tear in the space-time continuum and he's fighting to get out. He will be with us ASAP. But the grey aliens are a feisty bunch and being very stubborn, yeah. Yeah, I could say who they are as well. I could say who the arseholes are and everything, you know. I really wanted to dig people out. I really could. But I won't. I'm better than that. Warren saying, is this definitely happening today? Well, as you can tell, it is. Just a bit later than it should have been, let's be honest. But that seems to be the story when I try and do everything I want to do earlier. And end up doing it delayed and late. Nice to see you escaped. I hope the Greys didn't put an implant in you, mate. Nah. There's only a few wish I could put something into, and it's not anything nice. But yeah, so getting back to this, why suddenly is nearly everyone saying Brentford, who are still an established Premier League club, getting relegated? Is it simply because we have lost our best manager and 3 big players, or is there more to it? I don't know if you want to put an answer in, you're welcome to in the comments and what you think about it. But to me, I seem to be going on nearly every other channel streams, and they're running their gums about the Bees suddenly, well, relegated, threatened, and or basically down before a ball has been kicked in anger. We're suddenly a team that are fucked. We're gone. Bye-bye. We shouldn't be here. We're not in the Premier anymore. See you guys. We're not here. So we lost the manager. We lost 3 big players. And certainly 2 of those players got most of our goals. All that I can understand. There is that. We lost a fantastic manager, who, by the way, still lost out to PSG the other day for Tottenham. And the fact he's no longer a B, well, I mean, he's a great manager still, I will say that. And I still have loads of respect for Thomas Frank. But he's not here anymore, is he? So, if he don't do it with Spurs, well, who cares? I just hope they don't dump him like they do the other managers, you know. When they win if they win stuff and they get rid of him, I would hate that. Because I think he's a great manager. But at the same time, we wouldn't take him back here because, you know, he decided he wanted to go. As much as he was here for, 7 years or whatever. Great service, great time, great respect, getting us up, getting us established in the Premier, getting us noticed. He's no longer here. So we move on, don't we? We've had to move on. We got rid of Bramo, we got rid of Norgard. Visser's going. Because he's been an arsehole anyway. And I wish he'd just fucking leave, basically. Showing us disrespect, I believe. But there you go. I mean, and another comment there. I haven't said that, and the Bees will finish above Man United easily. Well, we'll wait and see on that one, Warren. I mean, the way United are going with buying players, well, I'm not so sure now. Getting these players in, probably spending over another 100 million for this Birmingham Believer. But yeah, I just still don't think, and by the way, I don't actually think we're going to rampage up the league as people might think. But I just don't think we're that as bad as people make out. That we're suddenly a really terrible, atrocious, fucking useless team. Because that is not right. That is no way right. And these so-called experts who think, you know, because we lost these players and we lost this manager, at the end of the day, you still rebuild and you go again. You get the players. We've had to do it before. We've done it so many times. I can't think of how many fucking times we've had to do it. But we still keep coming back. We do it. And we come back. We get success again. We get back again. Every single fucking time we come back stinging. And then I get this shit everywhere I go. Certain channels, Bournemouth, and other channels. Oh, Bournemouth, by the way, we just nicked a player from. We got one of your players, by the way. So, how do you like those cherries? At the end of the day, you keep babbling on, running your gums about, you know, oh, Brentford, oh, yeah, they're going, it's a backward step getting, Dango's going to Brentford. It's a backward step. It's a backward step. Why? We can understand it if it goes to a top 6 team or something like that, or big clubs, other big clubs. But it's a Brentford. No. They are absolutely terrible. A team that beat you twice last season, by the way. Is that what it is as well? Is it jealousy? Is it you just don't like us? Because, by the way, I've got something for you. I've got something to tell you and to tell the people in the cheap seats back there, up there, we don't like you too. I don't like you, that's for sure. I wonder if any other Bees fans like you either. Because you just keep fucking spouting shit every time. Every time I see your channel, and it's not just yours, of course. So don't go thinking I've just got something straight, just bad about Bournemouth and that's it. Because there's plenty of others. There's plenty of others I've looked on. You know, Liverpool fans as well. I've seen Liverpool fans, I'm worried about Brentford. I'm worried about them. They've lost these. Why aren't you worried about your own team? Because you're actually right at the top. So why the fuck do we matter to you anyway? Is it because you actually could be worried that when you play us, we might actually fucking do something against you? You never know. Because at the end of the day, the only time you should be worried about another team is when you're actually playing them. And what about, yes, you beat us comfortably last season twice. Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. I mean, we went to Anfield and I think we tried to defend mostly. Because that's what you try to do against Liverpool. Because if you go attacking willy-nilly, you'll get picked off. You can't go mad against Liverpool attacking. You get fucking picked off. So, yeah, we tried to hold out. We tried to get something there, maybe nick a point or maybe try and nick a goal sometime. But, yeah, it didn't work out. And then again, when we was at home, we almost had a 0-0. But for that fucking cunt, Darwin Núñez, and I apologise, I know I'm swearing again, and I hate saying these words, but he is to see you next Tuesday, Darwin Núñez. You know, he hardly scored against anyone else. He gets 2 against us in injury time. That's how bad it is. And Warren saying there, those experts are, as they like to call themselves, are clowns, mate. Exactly. They are fucking clowns, as far as I'm concerned. But they all keep saying it. And I'm just wondering why. Which is why I'm asking these questions, basically. Everywhere, I actually, saying about Liverpool fans, why are they worried? Why are they worried about us? Why? Why is it? What is the issue? You worry about what you're doing. You're getting these big players. You're in the big league. You're buying up all these players, and so it shouldn't fucking matter to you, should it? You're the big teams. We're the daddies. We're the big boys. We're the giants. We're paying. We're getting all these big players in. You lot down there, you're all fucking nothing. And at the end of the day, why should it matter to you? I had a good laugh because I see a Leeds fan saying we're going down. In what was it? I think he said 19 or something like that. A Leeds fan to say that because I'm going to put this down because you can't really see all the rest of my face because I know you don't want to anyway. Who does really? But I've got to take this down because obviously, you can't really see me as such. Me going mad, me going nuts about all this because I've got a right to, and I don't want to dig people out. I don't want to have a go at people, but it's kind of fucking doing my nut in now because suddenly we seem to be a really terrible fucking team because we no longer have Thomas Frank. We no longer have Brian Bramo. We no longer have Christian Norgard. We probably no longer have Johan Visser. Mark Flecken, well, you give a fuck about him. He was fucking useless. Not as much as people might say, look at the stats, look at what apparently, allegedly, all the great stuff apparently he done in goal when you don't count all the shit he done as well, the mistakes that cost us. So him, I don't give a shit about. Yes, I'm sad. I hate the fact Bramo's gone. I thought he was an amazing player. He was. He still is. Despite going to Man United and now his boyhood club. But then again, he didn't actually join. He joined us probably, I think, when we was in the Championship still. Yeah, we was in the Championship. So really, did it matter much to him at that time? where he went? It obviously didn't, because we were in the Championship. You know, so why should it matter to these players sometimes? Why does money or status of a big club matter? Because you're a big club and you're supposed to win loads of trophies. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to be so successful. Well, not all those big clubs are, though, are they? They're not all that. Certainly, I will mention that. Well, I could. I'm not. But Warren knows. Are big up there. And they still win fuck all. So, but then again, it might all be down to due to a certain manager or something. So, but you know, I will take all this from teams that are up there that are never look likely to be struggling. The cities, the Liverpool, the who else can we say? Chelsea, maybe Villa, Newcastle, I guess, as well. You can't say really struggling. But teams, especially like the Uniteds, the Spurs, who United finished 15th last season, by the way. Spurs 17th. We were above both of them last season. And they got a right to slag us off and say, well, no, you're going down, you're doomed. Yeah, but we finished above you last season, by the way. Have you just forgotten about all that? Because that's written down in the history books. That never goes away, by the way. It still says Man United were 15th and Spurs were 17th. And yes, Spurs won a Europa Cup. Yeah, so what? You still finished shit in the Premier. And Man United too. So, but getting back to this, I say the Leeds fan, that made me. I wanted to have a good laugh. And I thought, this Leeds fan, this Leeds guy, Brentford are going down. They're going to be in 19th. And so, apologies for I'm trying to do a Yorkshire accent. It's not very good. But you know, I think they're going down. I thought, well, you know, who are you to say that? A Leeds United fan. And you're a fucking yo-yo club, for fuck's sake. We go through the stats. If you want to go to stats and records and history, the last few seasons, you've come up to the Premier, you've gone straight back down again. Straight back down. A big club as you are, or allegedly still are, Leeds, you come up and you choked it every fucking single time in the last few seasons, 2 or 3 seasons or whatever. You fucking choked it. And what's that down to? Either you haven't got a good enough manager, you haven't got players, what are you going to say is the excuse? I mean, we could also, you got Farker now, and where people could say he's a useless Farker, I could say that as well. Useless Farker. But then again, what has he got to work with? And what sort of a chairman or whatever has he got to work with? Because I don't think he's going to last there. Because all that upheaval I'm hearing. And then again, who are you actually buying in as well? Who have you actually bought in? And you got a right to say we're going to finish below you and be relegated. Where do you get that from? Where's your facts? Where's your actual thing? You know, facts and all that. What's your reason? Because I'd like to see you come on here and give it, mate. I really would. Because, you know, that don't sit well with me. You know, I've actually got one of those teams that are coming up. I've got one of them to survive, and that was Sunderland. I put Sunderland in 17. Yes, I put Leeds down there in relegation. And not because I could say I really hate them. And I you know, be really nasty and this and that. I still got respect. I still say, but I just don't think that they can do it. Because I just think they're, you know, history says, you know, you're done for again. And then if you survive, I'll hold my hands up. I'll hold my hands up and say I'm wrong. I've got that wrong. And I'll be happy about it. I'll be gracious about it. I'll be respectful about it. The same with Burnley, because I've got them in there. But I just don't think, you know, They're getting players in, but they're getting most of these players that are just finished. They're near the end of their careers or they're done already. Kyle Walkers, etc. How do you survive with that? And then, Wolves as well. They got rid of a lot of good players. Their best players. Cunha has gone. Ait Nouri. I think Semenyo or Semedo, sorry, I should say. But I still have I have respect for them. I'm not saying I hate them. I don't hate Burnley. I don't hate Leeds. But I'm no expert either. I won't pretend to say I'm an expert. I will never say that. But for me, these teams, the fact that I've kept Sunderland up is because I think, they just seem to have bought really well. They've got shrewd moves. Whatever you say about Xhaka, he can say he's an arsehole and what he done with Arsenal and so forth and this and that, but he has got experience. He's been there, done it. He's been in the Premier, and he's, maybe he might lift Sunderland up. You never know. Can't say I like him at all. I don't really like the guy, and I know a lot of Arsenal fans don't. I know Warren don't like him, but at the end of the day, he may just be a difference for them, and a lot of their other players they brought in. They brought some really good, really top players. One or two of those we were after, especially that Noah Siddiqui. We were after him, so they got him instead of us. But there you go. But I will take this from the higher teams, but the other teams are just probably either come up or down near the bottom, or always struggled down near the bottom. I won't take it. I won't have it from them because they struggled and they've actually finished below us most of the time. And now all this thing with Bournemouth, right? Yes, most of the time they are pretty much above us. They are nearly all the time above us now. And they finished, top 8 or whatever, top 7 even, or whatever. So, we've still been below them, but we have beaten them twice. Well, at least last season, and they say we're a bogey team for them. Maybe is it that as well? Maybe are they doing that just because they just totally hate us because we keep beating them or whatever? They can't seem to beat us. I mean, I don't think that's good reason to give, to be honest. But if that was the other way round, I would say, oh no, I think Bournemouth go down because I think they just keep beating us. I hate them. I've had enough of them. I think they're going down. I want to hear the actual reason. And they keep saying, oh, it's because you lost it, because you lost Bournemouth, you lost, you're losing this, you lost this, and it's all that bollocks. Again, bollocks. We know they've gone. I know they've gone. But we are replacing them. We are moving back. We've got our manager, albeit you could say a novice. You could say that. You could say it's the same, and I would give a scenario here. It's the same as Ouattara for Arsenal, who, by the way, took them down to what I think, was it 15th or something? I mean, Warren would tell me probably if he's still there. I think he got you down to 15th one time. And then I think 8th twice. Then 4th and whatever. So he didn't actually take him down, did he? No, he's an arsehole and he's a fucking clown. He's a wanker. He's a fucking, muppet. Lego weakhead. Lump of shit. But he did also somehow win them an FA Cup and 2 dinner plates. But, and you can't compare us to Arsenal, obviously. But, they brought in a novice manager. But then again, he done all that with Emery's team. He still had the likes of Aubameyang and Lacazette and a lot of the other players they still had then. So, he still had a good team. And yes, we lost. We lost some big players. We have lost them. And no doubt that is terrible in a way. But we still have to pick ourselves up. We've had to do that. We got the new manager and we've got a new back backroom staff in. Some of them were still, one or two were still there. You know, we have started replacing some of these. We brought in the likes of Malambo. We brought in Kelleher. You know, a top goalie at last, a proper goalie we got at the back there. You know, we've now brought in the one for Bournemouth, Ouattara, which I'm going to go on about in a little while. You know, we're still getting these players in. We're still getting them in. We still got the nucleus of a good team that we still had. That defence, we haven't lost much there. We lost Ben Mee, but his time was coming to an end. He wasn't the player he was. I think he's 35 or something, but nothing to do with that, the age. I just think he wasn't, you know, he was losing it. He was getting injured a lot. Less fitness. It was obvious he wasn't going to stay. It was just time was coming to an end, and that was it. He had to go. That's our only main defender. I think we lost. Big defender. We still got Collins. We still got Vandenberg. We now got Hickey and Henry back, who are like new signings to us. All that time they've been out, injured. If they stay fit this season, free from injury, it's like a new defence, a new couple of players for us. Yeah, for some reason we still got Ross left. Go figure, I don't get it. Still got him. But we got Coyote in, another top defender. You know, signed him up permanently. Great right back, whatever there. If anything, we bolstered that. We got better. We done, still got Pinnock, of course. Don't forget Pinnock. Aya. We still got enough there at the back. We got plenty at the back there. That defence is never a worry for me. But because the only time I worried was because we had Flecken at the back. Now we got Kelleher behind that defence. I'm not that worried anymore. I really am not worried now. Yeah, comment on Warren there. Yes, he had us in 15th for weeks. Yeah. 2 points off the relegation zone, and the team in 18th had a game in hand on us. Yeah. See, I had that in my head still. I remembered that. It's not. I didn't look at that. I didn't go on Google to look at that. I'm not an expert by any means, but I knew that. I remembered that. Then I think the next season he had us bottom. I don't remember you being bottom. Are you sure, Warren? We also never scored a goal for a month. That's probably true. But I don't remember you being bottom. Then again, I don't know. See, I'm not an Arsenal fan anyway, am I? So, but obviously getting back to this, and I will say just my last words on this because I want to get on with saying, one other negative thing that happened, and then get to the positive, the big thing really. But yeah, all this that I hear, the people running their gums that really haven't got a clue and are pretty much down where they think we will be. You know, they're down there, and also those other big teams that were struggling. Man United 15th, Spurs 17th, and they got a right to be saying that shit about us. We were above them last season, well above them, in 10th place. Yeah, right. But apparently, we're a load of shit, and we're worse than them. And what I don't get also is these teams think, oh, we're a lot better now. We're going to be better. We're not going to finish the same as we finished last season. Yeah, but you won't, possibly. But it don't mean to say you're going to be really, really fantastic, really awesome, and really light up the league. Because I still think, you know, I think Spurs will probably at least maybe get 8th or 7th now. Maybe that, with Frank in charge. Whether you get a trophy, maybe Carabao, something like that. I don't know. It won't be the Premier. Possibly FA Cup, who knows? Or don't think Europe either, because you missed out to PSG. I know Brentford. Spurs are learning now with Thomas there that, you know, he's got to learn. He's got to learn that, you know, things are different for him there than they were at Brentford. So, The Arsenal website had to use goals from the women's team for their goal of the month competition. Yeah, don't surprise me, Warren. Really don't, buddy. But yeah, but I'm going to move away from this really. But obviously, it's just something that's really just pissed me off. It's just knocked me. All this running the gums about us. It's, let's wait and see. We ain't been a ball kicked in anger yet. The season hasn't started. It starts tonight, obviously, with Liverpool and against Bournemouth, by the way. So, and I see on that website, you still think you've got a good chance there. You could get somebody saying a 2-2, a Desmond with Liverpool, or a 3-2. They're not saying like, oh no, we're going to be annihilated by Liverpool, which he probably could. I know I've got on my prediction 4-1 Liverpool, which it could easily be. If Liverpool hit the ground running with all those players they've signed now, yeah, they obviously haven't got Isak. Whether that's still happening, apparently it may still happen, and it won't happen before the game tonight, obviously. But I'm sure you got to be worried, and why you can keep saying that about us? No, sorry, Bournemouth, it don't cut it. I'm not having it. And now swords are drawn, pistols are drawn, and the fight is on. And I've got no sympathy or respect for you lot anymore. I really haven't. And for a lot of these that keep thinking this, the Leeds fan, I'm going to laugh again. The Leeds fan saying we're going down. Oh my God. Oh, sorry guys. That has tickled me. Yeah, but yeah. It's good to have a laugh, isn't it? It really is. But anyway, let's move on. And with that, I'll just do one more negative, which obviously I don't like. That a certain player we were going for was taken away from us that we thought we were in control of getting, and in the lead for, and that was of course, our new Kalimuendo, who I really thought would look great player, French under 21 or something. I think is he 23? I don't know. I know he must be 21 if he's under 20. He's young anyway, so early 20s, I believe. And, he looks a total beast. Obviously, he's that one behind me here on the right. That's Arnu Kalimuendo. But unfortunately, he's gone to Forest, who we're playing on Sunday, as we all know. And actually what I'm going to do, though, I've decided I'm going to put the link in here. If anyone does want to come on and chat about all this or disagree with me or think they're wrong, maybe Warren's still there if he's able to come on, you're welcome to. But I'm going to put the link in here anyway. If anyone does want to chat about any of this or just anything else about the transfer window or the start of the new season or anything, you're welcome to. The link's there, guys. It's there, guys. So come in if you want to. You're welcome to. Obviously, before I go, which I'll only be, I don't know, it won't be too much longer, but obviously I want to get through these about the transfers and obviously mainly the transfers now. But anyway, so this one. Nottingham Forest have £26 million offer accepted for Rennes striker, with contracts already agreed. So there we go. We seemed like we was in for him. Then again, we didn't. I don't think we actually made a firm offer. I don't know. I know there was talks, but this was obviously for this Arnu Kalimuendo. Forest £26 million bid accepted by Rennes. Kalimuendo has agreed personal terms. English side also interested in Musa. What happened? According to L'Equipe, Forest had agreed personal terms with Kalimuendo before finalising a £26 million, £35 million dollar deal with Rennes, where he was contracted until 2027. The bigger picture, Forest are having a restructure in attack to build on last season's 7th place finish. Having signed Dan Ndoye from Bologna and secured Morgan Gibbs-White to a contract extension, who nearly went to Spurs, of course, the English club are planning to add more firepower in attack. Kalimuendo scored 17 goals and provided 3 assists for Rennes as they finished 12th in Liga 1 last season. Did you know Forest are also adding depth in midfield, and their latest target is USMNT midfielder Yunus Musa. I think that's Rennes. I suppose that's Rennes. They are also interested in Juventus midfielder Douglas Luiz. What next for Kalimuendo and Forest? With Kalimuendo's impending arrival at Forest, the English club will hope to integrate the French striker quickly into the starting 11. And it looks like they're obviously after this McAtee. Yeah, James McAtee. Could be a big one as well. McAtee is expected for a medical on Friday after the deal was finally thrashed out with City, following days of negotiations. Well, there we go. They're gonna get him as well, 30 million. He was initially valued at about 40 million, but Forest have reached a compromise, paying up to 30 million with the promise of further instalments. Well done, yippee-dee-doo for Forest. Congratulations. Because your wanker fucking chairman seems to be buying these players. Well done. So you'll probably get them playing against us on Sunday. But I still think our little shit team that might probably is going to go down will still do pretty well against you lot, I'd say. But I'm going to bring a guest on now to talk about all this, and I'll try and have a break because I'm just getting fucking annoyed with this, to be honest. But I'm going to bring you on, Warren, buddy. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're having a good day, my friend.
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm a little bit annoyed with a lot of this, obviously. But happy about the new signing. So we'll get into that in a little while. But what do you make of all this? Basically, sorry.
I don't know. I just find it all a bit disrespectful, mate, to be honest with you. All these fucking clowns coming out saying you're going to get relegated and whatnot. On the basis of fucking what? That's what I'd like to know. Like, okay, yeah, you've lost your manager. Plenty of teams lose their manager by choice or not by choice throughout the course of a Premier League season. They don't automatically get relegated.
No.
You know, you've had a couple of very good players leave the club. You managed to bring in a lot of money for them, though, as well, which is good.
Yeah.
Should have got more, in my opinion. You know that. But let's just look at the ones that have gone, right? Embuemo and Wissa, probably the two, in my opinion, the best striking partnership in the Premier League last season. And you've got a fair bit of whack of money for. I mean, one of them is like this Wissa character. I don't understand why. Well, I don't really, to be honest with you, Steve. I don't understand why either from when. Because Embuemo's gone to United, and I still swear and declare that they're going to have a difficult season this year, and I think they'll be hovering around the relegation zone for the most part of the season. I heard that idiot from the United stand going on about how they were going to finish 5th. The only fifth that they're going to finish is bottom maximum.
That'd be great.
I just don't understand how he thinks that they're suddenly going to transform from a team who were like struggling to stay in the Premier League to go and win. Get into the top 5. I just don't get it. I mean, that sort of transformation doesn't happen. They brought in loads of new players and are looking to buy loads of new players. That never, ever works. Your maximum amount of players you want to bring in is 4 or 5. Once it starts going above that, you're going to run into problems. Now, a good mate of mine, he's a fan of Orlando Pirates in South Africa.
Oh, I think you told me about him before, You told me before about him, Warren,
he's like fucking going ballistic because they brought in 11 new players at the beginning of the season. I was going, mate, that's too many players. They're going to struggle. And lo and behold, they lost their 2 games. They got a match at the weekend against their biggest rivals in the league. Well, it's like League Super Cup. So the top 8 clubs finish. They play who finished the previous season in the top 8. They play in this knockout tournament, right, throughout the course of the season. Tomorrow, they're going to play against the team who won the league last year. They ended up finishing 2nd. So it's a semi-final, and if they lose it, the manager is like facing down the gun of being sacked already. Do you know what I mean? And it's because he brought in too many players. It's going to take all these players time to settle into the club, settle into the area, find new homes, find new schools, all that stuff. It's no guarantee that these people are going to
hit the ground running.
Do you know what I mean? And I just don't think it's going to take it time. And then you've got all the business about them gelling as a team. I just think it's too many players to bring in all at once. They've brought in a lot of players, Steve.
Yeah.
And I just think they should have been a bit more conservative in their outlook and brought in 3 or 4 and limited that, because otherwise it just becomes unwieldy. And, they are a mess. And it's not just the playing staff. All these people running about going, they've got lots of new great players. Well, it's not all the great players that are causing a massive problem at United. There's loads of shit going on behind the scenes with that Ratcliffe idiot as well, the way he's treating staff up there. The morale in that place is rock bottom. And that is not conducive to producing a winning football club. Do you know what I mean? So, mate, I just don't understand it. I really don't. And I think he'll struggle to score more than 10 goals this season in Bremer. And it's not because he's a bad striker. It's because behind him. And all the shit that's going on at that club. It's just if it was me, I would have been wanting to stay at Brentford, because that club has got a bright future. Well, it did have a bright future. Yeah. I'm not saying it has, but all this business with the manager has unsettled the club.
Well, if it won't happen this season, Warren, it might have happened last season. So you've got to be braced for it whenever it happens.
Yeah, there has to be a plan.
Always going to happen.
If the manager decides he's going to up and leave, you're 100% right. And I'm not sure there has been. So, I don't know what this new guy's going to be like, but I'm not convinced. I don't like people that have been taken on in jobs where they've never done the job before. I've never been a fan of it. Not just in football, in any walk of life. I just think you're asking for trouble.
I think he's always a proper manager before he took that job. He was more a second team coach.
Well, exactly. There you go. So, it's not managed.
So he wasn't a proper manager either. And he just, he had something with him about it. He's got that knowledge, some sort of tactical knowledge and strategic knowledge. Okay, it didn't do him any good the other day, although they were 2-0 up, and they probably should have won that, and they fucked that up, didn't they? About Spursy for you, isn't it? Yeah. That's the Spursy way. But, for being 2-0 up against PSG, it's a fucking it up.
This guy that they've appointed, Steve, I don't know. I just don't.
No, Keith Andrews,
see it. I've heard that he's really volatile as well, which never really helps.
All what I've heard from there, Warren, is that they're behind him. They like him. Apparently, they're all backing him. Nathan Collins apparently likes him. A really good relationship with him. And a lot of the others. So if that is the case, then I don't know. I think it should be all right in the end.
I'm hearing. It will be, but would players come out and say anything negative about him? They're not. Oh, they're not going to say anything negative, because if they do, then they know their position in the team or at the club's in jeopardy.
I'm also thinking,
mate. I hope I'm proved wrong. Because
I'm also thinking, though, Warren. Sorry, mate. I'm also thinking that if they don't like him or they're not behind him, they would have wanted to leave, wouldn't they? They would have wanted to go out, wouldn't be out the team. Well, so he must be okay. He can't be that bad, surely.
Well, you've had a few players leave already, Steve. So
yeah, but that's because I think that's because Frank went as well. I think that pushed them to go because he left. I think these big. I think if he stayed a bit longer, I think they would have stayed. I think Bramo would have stayed. Vista would have stayed.
This is
at least another season.
Steve, I said to you last season, and I'm going to say it to you again now, right? If they kept hold of Frank and they'd kept hold of all these players, because I think they would have stayed if he'd been there. I don't think they would have gone. You'd added another 2-3 players to that squad, and I'm talking about in addition to the goalkeeper, right? Yeah. You'd be looking now at pushing for a Champions League spot. I firmly believe that, because attacking-wise, you were ferocious.
Yeah.
Right? The defence was a bit of an issue, but we both know why that was. It was the goalkeeper and the right back. Huge problem areas. But you've got Aaron Hickey coming back now.
Yeah, Rico Henry. They're like new players. New players for us, Warren. It's new signings like that for us, aren't
exactly. And
for the season
now looks like it's probably going to be the strongest part of the team. But we don't know who the striker was who got signed at the beginning of last season, but he never played because he was injured.
Thiago.
Yeah,
Thiago. And he's going to play this season. He looks fit now and he looks fine. He's going to raring to go. So people are saying we ain't got no chance of scoring goals. We've got nobody who's going to score goals. And I think that's totally fucking wrong. I really do. And what do you make of this new signing we got from Bournemouth? Bournemouth.
I don't know much about it, but I do want to say that just shows you that these idiots who claim to be experts haven't got a fucking clue what they're talking about. One of them also went on record on a fucking podcast saying that Pep Guardiola was going to be the next manager of Spain.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola, a man who's been very, very vocal about Catalonia and independence. Why would he want to go and manage Spain? Right?
Exactly.
The great Spanish journalist, what's his name? The one, you know the guy I mean? The Spanish journalist is always on...
Fab Romano?
No, he's Italian. There's a Spanish one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, he's Italian. I'm trying to think of his name now. I know the one you're talking about. I just can't think of his fucking name. But Balagay. Is it Balagay?
Yeah.
Something Balagay.
Gil Balagay.
Yeah.
He come out and said that he would never manage Spain. Like, I just don't understand. It's like this person puts themselves forward as being an expert about football, about cricket, about politics. They know jack shit about any of these subjects. So why not just keep your mouth shut?
Exactly, yeah.
And talk about stuff that you do know something about. Clearly, you ain't got a clue about any of these other things. And like, he needs to be careful what he's spouting as well about the England cricket team and about what's his face, the Michael Vaughan. Because if he's not careful, he'll end up with a defamation suit or something sitting on his doorstep. Because the claims that he's making, those claims got thrown out of court. So why does he think that is not? Why does he think that these claims that he's making are going to hold water if they're thrown out by a court of law in this country? It's fucking, mate, the guy's a fucking idiot. But anyway, that's my rant over. Yeah, but I think
that's a proper player there, isn't it?
I think they could, if Jaws kind to them, they could win the Carabao Cup this year.
Yeah. Yeah, so we signed this Dango Ouattara. Do you think that's a backward step? Because I hear from Bournemouth lot who think they're experts. They think it's a backward step in going to Brentford. Why is it backward step? Because you lot could be struggling as well. They could be struggling. They ain't got a fucking clue. They've lost so many other players as well. They're losing a lot of their team, Bournemouth.
Yeah, well, how can they say a lot of their players? The manager is going to be in his second season. Let's see what happens, because a lot of times when these managers come in, they're all right for the first season, and in the second season they get a bit found out. So let's see how he gets on.
He's a top manager, no doubt.
I think he's a good coach. I do, but do you know, sometimes it happens, mate. Or teams when they come up, right? The second season is always a real difficult one.
Yeah.
If they manage to start the first season, then the second season could be a real difficult one for them, because teams will have played them and seen them a lot on TV and whatnot, and will have worked them out. But I don't know, man. They've lost lots of players, and
exactly.
Find it difficult this season. I think he possibly will, and it would not surprise me to see him right down the bottom.
Yeah, I think they're going to struggle. They're not going to be. They were up top 10 most of the time, weren't they? Top 7 or whatever, 6, 7. But that ain't going to happen this time. How can they say that when all them players they're losing? You know, I mean, they can go on about us about all the ones. We lost 3 big players, you could say. But we still got a great defence. We ain't lost much in defence. We still got a decent midfield. There's still some good players there. And there's still some decent attacking players.
Yeah.
So how can they say we're all shit?
The other Scandinavian fella in midfield, what's his name?
Damsgaard.
Yeah, you still got him. You know,
Jensen.
All those good attacking players that are still there.
Lewis Potter, we still got him. We've got Shardy. We've got him as well. And, this Thiago. We've got, Carvalho. Now Ouattara. They're not too bad, at the end of it all.
And
we're not.
Defence is on point, mate.
Yeah. I just don't know how people think we got that bad now. We suddenly become that bad that we really are going to struggle. And,
mate, I wouldn't fucking listen to them. They ain't got a clue what they're talking about, mate.
No. If anything, some of the others are worse off than us at the moment, the way they're going. And yet we're the team that they look at. We're the target as usual. It always seems to be the fucking way. And then what happens? We come stinging back again, don't we? And we fucking sting them in the fucking arse. Which we're going to do again, mate. I'll tell you that. I really do, mate. I really think we will. But anyway, obviously we bought this player, 42.5 million, the record for the club, amount, apparently. Dango Ouattara. It looks like he's going to have a medical in the coming hours. That's what he's saying there. So it'll be confirmed, I suppose, announced maybe tomorrow, I guess. Maybe if he'd be ready for Sunday, I don't know, for the match. Hopefully, he'll give us something extra. I think if he is, because apparently there's another article here that apparently he run them ragged last time, Forest, their defence. So it'd be even better, wouldn't it, if he plays this time again? Apparently he went to fucking town on them last time, this guy.
Well, I hope he does, mate.
Yeah.
I hope he does run them ragged because, you know, I'm not a big fan of that club.
No. Especially their chairman, that big bastard chairman they got there. Can't stand him. Arsehole, mate. Absolute arsehole. And what he does, he's so disrespectful. I remember, was it the one where he spat at Nuno? Was it last season in the tunnel? I think he spat at him or something, apparently. I think it was last season. So, and he come on the pitch, didn't he, having a go at him and that. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, it's just like that behaviour, man. It's just, you know, why would you want to behave like that? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah. But it says we're closing in on the replacement, which I suppose Ouattara already is, I suppose. Because he can play anywhere along the front line, Ouattara. He can play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play forward, I believe. So I think we may already had the replacement. So, but it remains to be seen if he can be as good as Bramo, because it's a difficult act to follow, or of course Visser as well, I guess. So it's going to be hard to know, but what I see of him at Bournemouth, I thought he was really good. I rated this guy, and he came in at a difficult time for him and got a few goals and was doing well. So hopefully he'll do the same for us. I believe. I think that'd be great, and we may have a good player on our hands, Warren. He might maybe a really good one, a great signing.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think he'd ever be as good as Bramo, but you can't beat that when you've had a player like that scoring 20 goals for you in a season.
No, but you had
very hard
last season, didn't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That team scored a lot of goals through the strikers last season, didn't it?
Well, definitely, yeah. They made a big difference, They were scoring most of our goals. I mean, I think the only other players that weighed in a bit were Norgard. Obviously, he got about 6 or 7, I think, last season. Shardy got about 11. Not many others got that many.
But the thing is, you got a player there scoring 11 on top of the 2 lads up front. That's a good return this day and age. Like, back in the day, it wouldn't have been. They would have been concerned about that goal return. But in this modern era, do you know what I mean? You're lucky if your player gets more than 10. And for 2 of them to get well over that and almost double it, wow, that is a lot. Do you know what I mean? And like for these clowns to say that you're going to get relegated, I just think, wow.
No,
I just think they're idiots. No. I
agree. Totally agree. But it's what can we do, Warren? We're gonna see what happens on the pitch, mate. We're gonna when it happens, they're gonna fucking know about it, and then they're gonna hold their hands up and say, "Oh look, what did we know? What do we fucking know? Nothing."
Well, that's why you shouldn't, when you're doing these streams, advertising and saying "and our experts." That was just asking for fucking trouble.
I know.
Honestly, I mean, whatever possessed them to put that on there, saying, "Oh yeah," and join our experts, and the 3 of them they had on there, like they're not even like working in the media. I mean, the clowns that are working in the media in this country at the moment are absolute shambles as it is. But for these people, all they are is just YouTubers like you and me. We just pull out a laptop, with a camera on it and just sit there and chat about football. We're not experts, not by any stretch of the imagination.
No,
And they
don't pretend to be. No, I don't agree or pretend to be an expert. You know, I don't have any.
I know, neither do I. I just think it's
I'm an expert.
that you would do stuff like that. I mean, no, you get that clown saying, "Oh yeah, it was just done for clicks." Well, that makes it even worse because you're trying to deceive people. Do you know what I mean? I've fucking had enough of all this clickbait bullshit. Now we've got YouTubers doing it as well. No, fuck off. I see one YouTuber doing it, unsubscribe, never watch their fucking channel again. Because it's all bullshit, mate.
It is.
And there's loads of them like that. Like fucking pulling stunts to get fucking clicks and views and
yeah.
What's the fucking matter with these people? They're fucking tapped, mate. Absolutely fucking tapped.
Totally, 100%.
Why are you doing that? I mean, it's fucking mental.
I mean, I wasn't going to go on that rant. I was just going to come on here and talk about the transfers, but I thought I had to go into it. I didn't put that on the headline thing, the description, that I'm going to go into a rant. I thought I'm just fucking going to do it because I've had enough of it, Warren. I was fucking annoyed.
It's bullshit, Steve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's bullshit. And these people, like I said, they're tapped. There's something not right. There's something, they're not wired properly upstairs. No. Do you know what I mean?
No.
If it was a house, it'd be condemned and, the LHC would be saying that building needs rewiring.
It'd be fucking smashed down, mate. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a joke. It is terrible, man. And I just everywhere, a lot of ones I was saying, we kept saying this about us, and I thought, what? How the hell are they fucking experts to know this? What's going to happen? Yeah, you keep saying, oh, look, we've lost these players, we lost the manager, we lost this and that. So fucking what? We're rebuilding, it happens, shit happens. You come back from it. Look at all the teams in the past, the Arsenals, losing Henry, losing Perez, losing Vieira. They rebuilt, they came back again. Better, well, possibly better sometimes. Man United losing all their big players, the Giggs, the Beckhams, the Ronaldo. But they come back again. They bought and come back. You know, did people write them off totally when they lost all these big players? Liverpool the same, losing all their big players, the likes of Rush and everything, and was it Aldridge and all that? We're going way back on 80s and whatever, 90s and stuff. But you know, the big players they had, you know, back then, Dalglish and people like that, everyone else they lost. Did everyone write them off? No. Nobody wrote them off, did they? So they're going to be absolutely shit and do fuck all. And it's now with us. I'm not comparing us to them because we're nowhere near on that same level as any of them big teams. But, you know, it's almost that scenario, isn't it? I'll go back to that word again, scenario. But that's, you know, that's the way it is, isn't it? And,
just pisses me off, Steve, because they're really disrespecting you and your club. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, you come up, you made a good fist of staying in the league, and you're slowly getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And if you hadn't lost the manager and those 3 top players, I think I've got a feeling that you might have actually replaced Norgard because I think he's past his best.
He's doing all right for you, know. He's doing all right for Arsenal, let's be honest. So I've got to...
Well, I haven't seen him, Steve, and I won't be seeing him, right? But do you know what I mean? He's the wrong side of 30, isn't he?
Yeah, I think we knew something with that, possibly. I think we did kind of know. Maybe we've had the best of him, and then we'll let him move on. I mean, I don't think it was. I think we had a kind of a clue. We didn't just do it blindly. Say, "Oh, look, we'll let him go," because he had a great season as well last season. So we're not just suddenly thought, oh, look, let's get him out. There's got to be a reason behind it, you know. And then I think possibly with Bramo, I mean, the thing is, at least most of these had good time here, shown loyalty. They've been here a while. You know, Bramo came to us when we were in the Championship. So that means something, doesn't it? It don't mean he's a glory hunter, mercenary, looking for big trophies, money. Okay, maybe you could say he is now. Well, no, actually, going to United, probably not. But, you know, but, you know, some of these who think they're going to go for bigger clubs and win something, well, I don't know. Norgard going to Arsenal, he's going to win anything there, Warren? Probably not.
No, he's not. He's not. That club will not win any major trophies all the time, Arteta's manager. I guarantee it. They won't. He's just not got what it takes. That man could have the best 11 players in the world for their position out on the pitch, and he still wouldn't be able to do it. He's useless, Steve. He hasn't got a clue how to manage the team. Then that's why we shouldn't have fucking appointed him. He should have gone to a lower level club, and I'm talking like League Two or National League side. Learnt his trade and just slowly worked his way up the league. But coming into for England's third biggest club and expect that he's gonna just walk in and take the reins like that. The arrogance of it is just off the fucking scale. Do you know what I mean? It really is, and it's no surprise to me that this has all happened with him, right? Because it's so predictable, and it's all gonna fucking end in tears. I can see it coming. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Trossard could be coming to use as well, so that'd be a good signing if you're able to get in. Because I rate him, Steve. I really do.
Well, that is the thing, though. Can we get him? If Aston Villa are in for him, they're bound to get him, aren't they? Because they're a bigger team. They're in the top. Emery, ex-Arsenal manager. I'm sure he remembers him at Arsenal when he played for him.
He wasn't there
at Arsenal.
He wasn't at Arsenal.
Wasn't it? Oh,
he was there.
Oh, right. I see. They're in.
The Villa will get him because I think he'll be looking at it and thinking, "Am I going to get in the team? Does he like the area? If he knows players that are there and he talks to me, he might not like what he hears." So I think Brentford should just go for it. And
I do as well. I'd love to get him.
Right, that Villa will get him.
The thing is, I just think, well, you're going to get more there, isn't he? In Europe, probably win a trophy, possibly. What's he going to do for us? What's he going to get with us? You know.
Steve, I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility that you could win the Carabao Cup.
I think that's still possible.
It all depends on what happens with the draw. That's the thing.
Yeah, as long as we don't go out to fucking likes of Plymouth again, like we did last fucking season. Fucking hell, man.
No, I know.
And they went down, didn't they? Got fucking relegated and all.
Yeah, well, that's because of Wayne Rooney, though, Steve.
Yeah.
He's a fucking cock of a manager, that fella.
Yeah, he's fucking loony, not Rooney. But anyway, it's no, I'd love to get this. Love to get Trossard in. I think that'd be another great player if we can get him in. That'd be an amazing signing.
Would be a really good signing, Steve.
Because we missed out on the other one to Forest, so I was pissed off about that, disappointed. Because he looked really good, that young bloke, Arnaud Kalimuendo. I don't know if many people know him. But a French under-21 and all that striker. Apparently got 17 goals last season. But that's in France, in the Liga 1, which probably is a bit of a farmers' league. Here we go again, farmers' league. But Like
Steve,
Scotland, Warren. Oh, sorry, Warren.
Steve,
Yeah,
interrupt you, mate. I'm going to have to go. I've got.
yeah, no worries, man. But
All right,
thanks for coming
sorry.
on. That's
If
all
I
right.
can get finished everything I'm finishing, and you're still going, I'll come back on. But I've got to go and deal with something.
Well, I don't think
Sorry,
I'll be on
mate.
that much longer. But anyway, mate, if you do manage to get back on, great. But if not, I'll see you again at some time. Talk to you again soon, yeah?
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for having me on, Steve.
Cheers, man.
Make sure you subscribe to this guy's channel, people.
Yeah,
Top
down here.
lad.
Down there, mate. Down there on the ticker.
Yeah,
Mr. B for
exactly.
Life 182. Mr. B, Highwood Football Chat, and Mr. B chats England cricket. Anyway, Warren, you take care, mate.
Cheers, mate. Take care. Bye.
Cheers. See you later, mate.
Bye.
Take care. Cheers, buddy. But yeah, and anyway, we're talking about this, Leandro Trossard. Obviously, Villa are interested in him as well. So, will we get him? That's the problem here. As much as what Rowan's saying there, I think he may just go to Villa because it's a bigger team and a team likely to win something probably with a great manager there in Unai Emery. But if we do get him, that would be amazing because, you know, we go under the radar with these signings, so you never know. It may just happen. And if it does, I'll be made up and I will just sort of, you know, obviously do another stream about it and talk about him, you know. 45-time Belgian international. So now into the final 12 months of his contract, and Arsenal risk losing him for free if they don't cash in this summer. So it basically looks like he will be going. It's to where, though? The 30-year-old has been an influential figure ever since he signed for Brighton and Hove Albion 3 years ago. Initially as an impact sub and more recently as a regular starter. He scored 28 goals and provided 23 assists in 124 appearances. Across all competitions, Trossard has proved to be a bargain signing at 27 million. When you add goals and assists together, last term was his most productive in the Premier League to date, as he scored 8 and set up 8, appearing in all 38 matches. So, Brentford joined Villa in Trossard race, yeah. Arsenal are said to be seeking 18 million. So we definitely got that. We can do that to let Trossard leave this summer. Representing a loss, but at least gaining some funds rather than losing the forward for free. It awaits to be seen whether Villa and Brentford will be willing to pay that or whether Trossard would be interested in such a move away from the Emirates Stadium. Well, you know, for me, we've got that. We've got 18 million. Surely we can pay that. And let's just go in and get him. Let's just get him, you know. If we can get him away from Villa, you know, that temptation of Villa, get him here, well, all the better, I think. But, yeah, I will definitely be chatting about that coming up if that happens anyway. But moving back to, obviously, what's with our new signing, Dango Ouattara. So what was I was going to read the one where he's on might be a medical, possibly today. Yeah. Get that out of the way. Yeah, Brentford reached full agreement for signing player. Player will undergo B's medical in coming hours. AFC Bournemouth's Dango Ouattara is on his way to join Brentford this summer. That's according to Footmark Mercato, and they cover the advances made by the Bees to sign the Bournemouth player. It's claimed Brentford are paying €40 million to Bournemouth for the winger, who can also be used as a wing-back. The Cherries have accepted their Premier League rivals' offer as the report claims Brentford have reached a full agreement with Andoni Iraola's side. Foot Mercato further adds Brentford have also agreed personal terms with the 23-year-old and he needs to carry out transfer formalities before this operation is completed, I think they mean there. That's wrong. Bit of a do spell checking here. That typo, it's bad. It's completed. This will happen soon. As the outlet reports, the Burkina Faso International will carry out medical tests with Brentford in the coming hours. Won't be long before the London club will make his signing official. Bournemouth agreed to pay €23 million plus 4 million bonuses to FC Lorient to sign Ouattara in January 2023. They will make profit, obviously, well, a lot more from this with his impending €40 million move to Brentford. Ouattara mainly operated on both wings and as wing-back, scored 11 and registering 9 assists from 88 games for Bournemouth. Well, maybe, hopefully, he'll get more this season. He didn't play as much. I'm sure he'll get more games for us. So I think, here, it'd be great. I'm sure he'll get more than 11, hopefully. And let's move on to what some more articles have said. Go to this one. And Brentford have now agreed incoming signing, allowing Johan Visser move to Newcastle United. Well, hopefully that'll happen fairly soon. He'll be off. We get a fair bit of money, hopefully at least 40 million if possible. If not, at least 35 maybe, something like that. We need to get money for him, and he's coming towards the end of his contract. 1 more year, I believe. So we've got to let him go now to cash in. So let's do it. Whatever they bid, let's take it. Get him out. We got our replacement, I would say now. Although we're supposed to have another replacement for him, really, another proper one. So I don't know. Johan Visser could now finally be set to complete his long-awaited move to Newcastle United. The transfer has been held up for some weeks now, due to the fact that Brentford wanted to bring in a new attacking signing before allowing Visser to follow Brian Bramo out the door. The Brentford target has been repeatedly reported as Bournemouth's Dango Ouattara, which obviously we signed, with the Cherries also said to have been waiting to land one of their own attacking targets before letting Ouattara go. The Johan Visser Newcastle United FC move looks now to be imminent, as Brentford have finally reached agreement on a deal to buy the Bournemouth attacking player. David Ornstein of The Athletic states that a £42 million deal has been agreed, with Brentford paying a guaranteed £37 million for Dango Ouattara, with £5 million of future add-ons. Ornstein saying Ouattara travelling to London today to take his medical and complete the move to Brentford. It wouldn't be the greatest surprise if Brentford are then looking to recoup a similar transfer fee from Newcastle United to cover that purchase. Johan Visser will be Callum Wilson's replacement at Newcastle United when and if he moves from Brentford. The Alexander Isak situation separate to this, as Eddie Howe will still need either Isak or a replacement to be the main striker, with Alanga, Ramsdale and Fial already signed and Jacob Ramsey set to be announced. If Johan Visser can be quickly added, this could be a very much a transfer window transformed, as Eddie Howe looks to assemble a squad able to compete on 4 fronts next season. 4 fronts. So, yeah. So let's go to this one. Mostly all these are saying the same. Yeah, they're all mainly saying the same. Brentford reached agreement to sign £42 million Premier League forward. That's 42.5 allegedly, and of course that's a record transfer for us, club transfer. Brentford closing on club record move for Dango Ouattara. Brentford are on the verge of sealing a major statement signing, having reached an agreement in principle to bring winger Dango Ouattara from Bournemouth in a £42 million deal, according to Sky Sports. The move will set a new club record, surpassing the £30 million paid for Igor Thiago from Club Brugge last summer, and marks another step in the Bees' evolution as an established Premier League force. Thank you. That's great to hear. The Bees' evolution as an established Premier League force. Thank you. You're the real experts saying that. Thank you very much. An established Premier League force. There we go. Determined pursuit over 72 hours. The 23-year-old Burkina Faso international has been the subject of intense negotiations between the clubs over the past 3 days. Bournemouth were reluctant to sell, but after Ouattara made it clear he wanted to leave, the Cherries had no option but to allow him to go for a price they felt was fair market value, which includes add-ons. So they got a pretty good deal out of this, let's be honest. Sky Sports reported, much as I hate them, the Cherries, Bournemouth, I can't stand them now. No sympathy or respect for them. I think they got a good one. They got a lot of money out of this. And we got a very good player, I believe. They've lost another one of their big players, haven't they? Best players. Oh dear. No, I feel sorry for them. Can I say I feel sorry for them? Oh, I can't say that. I don't feel sorry for them at all. Sorry. But look at this. Bournemouth are leading the race. Hold on. Come back to that. Where was that? Hold on. Can I get back to that? Looks like something to do with Ben Doak. Shit. Yeah, something to do with Ben Doak there. Something to do with Bournemouth and Ben Doak. So, I don't know. I don't know what that was. It looked like something to do with Ben Doak at Bournemouth. Maybe Warren knows. Being a sort of well, obviously he plays for Scotland. He's a Scotland fan, and well, not Warren. He don't play for him, but Ben Doak does. Young man. Maybe Warren knows a bit about that. Who knows? This decisive shift in stance reflects both the players' ambition to take on a new challenge and Brentford's persistence in landing their target. Ouattara is expected to undergo a medical within the next 24 hours, with the deal poised to be finalised shortly afterwards. Impact player with Premier League experience. See, that's another thing. He's played in the Premier. He knows about the Premier. We're not just getting another player from abroad who doesn't know nothing about the Premier, never played in it. We're getting a guy with Premier League experience. That means a lot. Ouattara has quickly built a reputation in England since joining Bournemouth from Lorient in January 2023. In 88 appearances, he has scored 11 goals and contributed to numerous key attacking moments for the Cherries. His pace, direct running and versatility make him a potential threat, capable of operating across the front line. Brentford's recruitment strategy has consistently targeted players with proven top-flight pedigree and the potential for further development. Ouattara fits that mould perfectly, arriving at a stage in his career where his best years may still be ahead. Exactly. Bournemouth's focus now turns to sourcing a replacement, with Bayer Leverkusen's Amin Adli emerging as a key target. The Cherries will still have funds to reinvest, but losing a player with Ouattara's energy and adaptability will inevitably leave a gap. But who cares, eh? I don't know. Ouattara's departure was not initially on Bournemouth's summer agenda. However, his clear desire to leave, combined with Brentford's willingness to meet their valuation, left the South Coast club with limited room for manoeuvre. Statement of intent from Brentford. For Brentford, this move signals serious intent, breaking their transfer record twice in successive summers, reflects both financial stability and the belief that targeted investment can push them further up the Premier League table. Ouattara's arrival will add depth to their wide options and could help unlock more chances for forwards like Thiago and Brian Bramo. If the deal is finalised as expected, the Bees will have pulled off one of the most notable transfers of their Premier League journey so far. Our view, EPL index analysis. For Brentford supporters, this deal feels like a bold and calculated risk. Spending $42 million is a significant outlay for a club still considered among the smaller operators in the Premier League. But the profile of Ouattara makes sense. He already knows the league, has shown he can perform against top opposition, and is young enough to improve further. Fans will also see this as a sign the ownership is committed to keeping the club competitive in a league where standing still often means going backwards. Ouattara's ability to stretch defences and carry the ball at pace should complement the team's quick transitions and direct style under Keith Andrews. There's always an element of uncertainty when a club record fee is involved, but Brentford have built their reputation on smart recruitment. If Ouattara hits the ground running, this could be the kind of signing that not only strengthens the starting 11, but also reinforces the club's ambition to challenge for a top half finish. Well, there you go. That's what I like to hear. Something positive about all that. And that's what I believe. I believe that. We've obviously got somebody here now that's a threat in our attacking lineup. So, hijack the Ben Doak deal, mate. He's mustard, yeah. Well, I don't know what that was. It said on X, I think, it was about Bournemouth are in for him or something. We'd love to get them, take him away from them, but them fuckers, yeah, who cares? We get him away from them, fuck them, mate. He played for Scotland against Portugal and faced Man City's Portuguese fullback and terrorised him all night. He is quality. He's a baller, no doubt. An actual proper player for Scotland at last, Warren, who actually can do something. He's got a bit of skill, ability. You've had him in the past, I would say. Not as much lately, but this young man, you know, he's got a bright future. We could get him here. Well, what a signing that would be to get him at the Bees, you know. We had been linked with him, by the way, so you never know. Right, just this article and one more thing to talk about after this, and then I'm bouncing, guys. Been on here over an hour now, so I'm definitely going to go in a little while. When Newcastle will announce Johan Visser after Brentford agree £42.5 million Dango Ouattara deal. TBR Football understands Newcastle United will look to conclude the signing of Johan Visser as Brentford close in on his replacement. Brentford are breaking their transfer record to bring in Dango Ouattara after talks with Bournemouth finalised the deal worth £42.5 million. Sources have confirmed to TBR Football. We understand that Ouattara has already agreed personal terms and he is having his medical in West London on Friday, so today. Sure, he's probably having it now, I would say. As we revealed earlier in the week, the deal for Ouattara is key for Johan Visser's impending move to Newcastle. We understand that Visser has already agreed personal terms in Newcastle and the plan is for him to travel to the northeast in the next 48 hours. The Bees are also interested in signing Arnu Kalimuendo, which ain't happening. He's gone to Forest. That's not happening. Stade Rennes, as Keith Andrews looks to replace Brian Mbeumo, but we're not getting him, Kalimuendo. That's gone. No longer happening. Forest got him. And now Visser in the final weeks of the transfer window. Exclusive, Newcastle's finalised deal for Johan Visser. TBR Football chief correspondent Graham Bailey has exclusively revealed that Newcastle expect to formalise the signing of Visser in the next 42 hours. Getting Ouattara over the line was the key to Visser. He has been waiting for this deal. Both these deals are set to be concluded over the weekend. Visser coming in is a key for Newcastle. And it will end a huge week for Eddie Howe after the deals for Malik Fial and Jacob Ramsey. Newcastle insists that Visser will have no bearing on Alexander Isak's situation. Newcastle are delighted with how this week is playing out. Alexander Isak has been on Liverpool's radar throughout the transfer window, with the ongoing saga dominating the headlines at St James Park. As widely reported, Isak has down tools for the Magpies as he attempts to force through a transfer to the Premier League champions. But Eddie Howe will not sanction the sale of his star striker until suitable replacements are through the door. Visser has also refused to participate in first-team training at the GTEC Community Stadium as the Congo international pushes for a Newcastle move. Newcastle wants to sign another attacker after Visser. Nicholas Jackson would move to Newcastle if a deal can be agreed with Chelsea. Although there are concerns in the North East about whether the Senegalese international is of the required quality to lead the line. Well, he isn't really. But I'm not really bothered about that, to be honest. He's not coming here, thank God, to the B. So, Paul Merson has just predicted the result of Aston Villa versus Newcastle amid Alexander Isak saga. Newcastle United begin their new Premier League campaign with a trip to Aston Villa. The two clubs fought until the final day of the 24-25 season to qualify for the Champions League. And it was Newcastle who got through on goal difference. Paul Merson predicts the result of Aston Villa versus Newcastle United. Unai Emery will be without Emilio Martinez following his red card at the end of last term, while Ross Barkley and Andreas Garcia are expected to miss the game due to injuries. Newcastle, on the other hand, are set to be without Alexander Isak due to his ongoing transfer saga. The Swede wants to leave Newcastle and has no interest in playing another game for them. Joe Willock is ruled out due to an injury he picked up in pre-season, but there is hope that Anthony Gordon will be available. Despite that, Paul Merson thinks Newcastle don't stand a chance when they face Villa because they are a different team without Isak, and I put Villa to win. So, yeah, I'll put 2-1 or, yeah, I think it's 2-1 Villa. He wrote on Sportskeeda, this is a big football match. These two clubs were tipped to fight for a top 5 place, but haven't been able to strengthen their squad in the transfer window. Newcastle especially have had a nightmare window, considering they won the EFL Cup and qualified for the Champions League. You can feel sorry for Newcastle with what has happened over the past few weeks. Big players like Alexander Isak call the shots in football these days. They will always want to play with the best players in the world, so the ball is firmly in his court. If Newcastle frees him out of the first team, he can still leave in January. Isak isn't the first person to do this, so I don't blame him. He could have left as a hero. If he had been more patient, though, that almost seems impossible now. His image is tarnished, and it will be a sour feeling whenever he leaves. I'd be shocked if Newcastle don't get rid of Isak before the summer transfer deadline. He won't care if he has to sit there and do nothing for the next 6 months because he will still attract interest from top clubs in January. So it's best to sell him now, in my opinion. Newcastle set the bar really high last season, and I expect it to be really tough for them this time around. I don't think they are the same team without Isak, and I expect Villa to beat them in his absence. Merson's prediction: Aston Villa 2, Newcastle United 0. Yeah, well, I'm going 2-1 Villa. I think that's going to happen. Newcastle in disarray, although they're getting these other signings in, apparently. If Nicholas Jackson goes there, say something like that, which would be a downgrade, basically, isn't it, on Isak? Anyone, I suppose, is a downgrade on him at the moment. Even Visser would be, I suppose, you could say. Be up to you, Luca. Great to see you in here, bro. I'm going very soon. I'm nearly done. I had a big rant at the start, so if you want to go back and watch that, mate, or watch this on playback, go ahead. Really big rant about teams saying Bs are going down. A lot of fans are on that. Not happy. Happy? What's that? Happy birthday, is that? I don't know. Friday. Oh, is it your birthday? Oh, right. I don't know. Is it your birthday, Luca? Oh, okay, mate. Right. There's this last one. Yeah. So I just want to talk about this, maybe the last thing. Brentford draw Bournemouth away in Carabao Cup round 2. Yes, we got Bournemouth. The Cherries. The rivalry continues. The hate continues for this team. Because we got them in round 2 of the Carabao Cup starting on August the 25th. And I'd love it if we can beat this lot and get through, but no doubt I'm sure they knock us out. But I don't know. I'd love it because the way it's going with them, I really ain't got a lot of sympathy for them or love for them anymore. Or respect. The only good thing we got from them now is Dango Ouattara. So that's the only good thing I can say. Brentford draw Bournemouth away in Carabao Cup round 2. Brentford will face Premier League outfit Bournemouth away from home in round 2 of the Carabao Cup. Keith Andrews' side will take on the Cherries at Vitality Stadium in the week commencing 25th of August. Brentford will face fellow Premier League outfit Bournemouth away from home in round 2 of the Carabao Cup. Keith Andrews' side will take on the Cherries at Vitality Stadium in the week commencing 25th of August. The Bees reached the quarter-final of last year's Carabao Cup before being knocked out by eventual winners Newcastle United. Bournemouth, meanwhile, were defeated 1-0 by West Ham in round 2. Sorry, excuse me while I laugh at that one. Yeah, in round 2. And we got to the quarters. Oh, dear. We were really below Bournemouth. We were really terrible, aren't we, Bournemouth? We're miles below you lot. Yeah, round 2 of the 24-25 competition. Obviously, I've got this match preview. Nottingham Forest versus the Bees. That will be tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm getting a fan on, Forest fan or not. I don't know. If not, I will just do it on my own anyway. That'll be fair enough. Then we got Villa the following Saturday. May try and get a Villa fan for that, playing them at home, of course, at the GTEC. Then obviously Sunderland away, where I can find a Sunderland fan, and a Villa fan. Of course, got Chelsea. I'm sure I can find a Chelsea fan. But anyway, those first 3, I'll try and find somebody to come on, but if not, I'll be doing them all on my own. But that won't make a difference. Latest, is there anything about Ouattara? No, nothing yet, although I've pretty much gone through that all anyway. The date will be Tuesday 26th. We're playing Bournemouth. 7:45 kickoff. I will try and find a Cherries fan, as much as I hate them, as much as I don't like them. I'll try and find one to come on for that, probably. Obviously, do the preview for the Nottingham Forest one, which will be tomorrow. That preview, not sure what time. Probably before the football starts. Probably around, if I can, 12 o'clock, maybe 12 p.m. I'll do the Bees and Forest preview. Big up to you, Rich. Red Devil United. You missed quite a bit, mate. I've been on a big rant today. Even though, and I've had a positive. We signed Dango Ouattara. Will Dango be unleashed, unchained, I should say? Will Dango be unchained on Sunday against Nottingham Forest? Is it Dango unchained? That'd be good if he is on Sunday against Forest. But yeah, I've been on a rant as well about why teams think we're going down, most fans. I've been wondering why. A still established Premier League team, by the way, the Bees, just because we lost the manager and big players, Does that still mean we're really that bad? No, I don't think so. But yet, so many streams, so many channels have said we're doomed. We've had it. We're no longer a Premier team. So bye-bye. You're looking at the Championship team, the Bees, next season. But I'll tell you what, hypothetically, if that was to happen, if we were to go down this season, I think we're right back up because I think we're that good still. Even with this new manager, I think he'd take us straight back up again. And we've been here, this will be our 5th season. So we're hardly a yo-yo team. You know, I think we've got all what it takes in the locker, the firepower and the players to get back up next season. So I really do. Whatever happens this season, you know. I personally think, and I'm not biased, and it's not an expert opinion, I think we could at least get to 12th, 13th, 14th maybe. One of those this season. I just don't think we're quite that bad as people make out. I really don't. You know, we have lost big players. We lost firepower, but we're getting it back again. We're getting replacements in. We got Ouattara Dango Ouattara now. You know, we're adding. We're still getting players in. It's still happening. We're getting the replacement for Vissa. We're getting the replacement for Bramo. We're replacing these players and going to be better again, good again. So there we go. So anyone missed that rant when I started about these other channels and fans, go back and watch that on playback, or if you didn't see it live. Everyone in the live chat, Rich there, Red Devil United, Luca, Warren's Team Talk. Go and check all those channels out, by the way. Fantastic channels. Brilliant, great content. Go and keep watching Rich there with his keep going on about Belieber every day. Like it's a scratch record. They're going to keep saying about they're going to do a bid for Belieber. They will be Believers by the time this fucking goes ahead, I'm sure. Because it seems to be going on every single day. I watch that channel. Talking about that, I suppose we could say we've been going on about Ouattara and Kalimuendo and so forth for a while. Well, I have, obviously. And obviously that Trossard one, well, I like to keep talking about it. If it happens, it happens. I love it, you know. That could go underneath the radar, maybe. It might just happen and we won't know about it till it actually happens. So that'd be incredible. But I'll be ready and here with the stream, with the info, with the news, the positive, the big news to beat the drum and big up the club if it happens. So follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life 182, and subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat and Mr. B Chats England Cricket. And also, once again, a big thank you to Warren for popping on today, briefly for a while, for a good chat about it all. The man that knows, he's got, well, I'll say he's not an expert. We're not experts, but he knows what he's talking about. All those years watching football and being a fan like myself. So, yeah, we do know a bit. Not experts, but we know. Anyway, guys, it's been great. I'm going to bounce. No more comments, obviously, so I will just bounce now. Until tomorrow for the preview for Forest and the Bees, the match on Sunday, of course. Until that one tomorrow. And possibly another transfer one if anything else happens. Obviously, confirmation of this. Dango Ouattara, the announcement, the confirmation. If that happens even today, I may bring a stream out late, do a stream later. Or just do that tomorrow as part of the preview, which I might just do, actually. But yeah, when it's confirmation, when he's fully signed, Dango Ouattara, you know, you will get that news, the info. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce. For the time being, I'm out of here. Cheers, everyone. Thanks.